Hey guys, welcome back to Shelf Life Extension. I'm Alexis, and today I'm going to be doing my February to be read. I have a nice cup of tea here with me, and I have all my books put together behind me. And otherwise, I'm just gonna talk about it real quick for you guys, so you guys know what's going to be coming up on my channel, right? Okay, let's get started. So I've pretty much decided that this month I'm going to be doing rereads and finishing a series that I haven't completed yet. So, long story short, I was going to put myself on a book buying ban because honestly I don't really have the money to buy books anymore, but surprisingly I got paid yesterday and my insurance this month is really low because my husband is deployed. So I had all this extra money for books. Even though I did buy books, I'm waiting for a few more to show up because I ordered them online, so I won't be doing a book haul just yet. But I'm still going to try and stick to this month of rereading the books that I haven't read yet, trying getting through my old TBR and just completing the series that I have all the books for, but I just never finished. So I'm going to start off with the Razorland Trilogy by Aguirre. The covers are all cool, super shiny. So it starts off with Enclave, this is the first book, then it goes to Outpost is the second book, and then lastly is Horde. Horde is the one that I have not read out of the series, and I bought this when it first came out. I just never got around to reading it because it's been a while. I don't really remember what's going on in the story, and I just knew I wouldn't be able to like pick up where I left off. Otherwise, if you have never read this series, this is a pretty cool series. It's a interesting dystopian series. Let's see if I can remember. So it's pretty cool because it's about this community that lives underground in what's known as the Enclave. Pretty much it's like living in the sewers. It's like they live and hunt in the tunnels and they coexist within the tunnel system with these mutated beings, which they call freaks, which are pretty much cannibalistic crazies that don't necessarily look human. Sorry, I'm kind of going off what I can remember right now. So pretty much it's about this girl named Deuce who is a huntress for the community, which means that she goes out and she battles the freaks to bring back food for everybody. She gets teamed up with this boy named Fade, who is that bad boy with the good side, and he doesn't like following the orders. He doesn't really understand the system. He doesn't like the system. He thinks that the system is keeping them guarded and out of the loop and lied to. In which case, Deuce starts to see things as well, considering the freak. Now you have to understand the freaks, although they are mutated, they're cannibalistic, they're very primal in that, think of it like Neanderthal. They aren't very smart, they aren't very cunning, they just exist and they survive. But they start seeing when they go out on these hunting missions that they're starting to get smarter, they're starting to strategize, and they're coming at them in way different ways with much more force. So now there's this shift in understanding of what exactly are the freaks, what's going on, and why are they really in the tunnels to begin with. It's a really cool concept. I really like this series if you haven't read it, but it's been so long, so I fully plan on rereading these first two and then get into this third and final one finally. Next on my list for this month is The Fallout by S.A. Bodeen. Now this is the sequel to The Compound, and I bought The Compound on my Nook. I don't have a physical copy, but that book is screwed up, and I remember what happened in that, so I don't need to reread the first one. I'm gonna just go ahead and jump into the second one. Now if you've never read The Compound, it's pretty much about this boy named Eli who lives in an underground bunker with his family and his dad, who's this crazy genius who thought up the bunker and how to live, and because they believe that the world went to shit above them. And you find out some crazy stuff about it, and it's just crazy, but otherwise this is the follow-up to that story, and I'm super excited to get to it. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't read the series, because I know a lot of people haven't read this series, and ugh, it is screwed up. So screwed up. But I'm super excited to actually finally get to this. Next on my list is the Reboot duology by Amy Tintera. Now it starts off with Reboot and then the sequel Rebel, which I have not read. Now this is a pretty cool story. It's about kind of a dystopian society where when you die, you come back as a reboot, and that means you're better, you're faster, you're stronger, and you become an asset to the government. So it follows this girl named Ren who got shot in the chest, died, and was dead for 178 minutes and came back as a reboot. Now, the whole concept of coming back as a reboot means that the longer that you're dead for, the more awesome you become. So Ren was dead for 178 minutes, which means she is a total badass. She was the only one to be dead for so long and to come back, and she's just pretty much the #1 super soldier for the government. And her favorite part of the job as a soldier is training new recruits. And she gets stuck with this kid named Callum, who is a 22, which means he was only dead for 22 minutes, which means he's practically the same. He's not that awesome at all, and he pretty much retains his humanity, and that doesn't go well with Ren, considering she doesn't have like any humanity left. So pretty much it just follows their relationship as she has to train him, and how he kind of brings back her humanity in a way, and it starts to thwart the system. So it's pretty cool. Otherwise, yeah, I don't remember too much about what happens, so I'm gonna reread the first one and then read the second one, which I haven't read yet. And then lastly for this month, I have Poltergeist by Kat Richardson, which is the second book in the Grey Walker series. And it follows this girl named Harper, who is a private investigator based in Seattle. Yay, Seattle! And pretty much she died and was dead for 2 minutes, and she came back to life, which caused her to be able to see the Grey. So pretty much what the Grey is the paranormal world, right? And it overlaps the human world. It's just, unless you have some sort of connection to the Grey, you can't see it. Kind of like the Shadowhunter world, where it's just like they're around, you just have to be able to see them. And pretty much, she can go into the Grey, she can manipulate it, and she can interact with it. Hello. My name is Elder Price. Okay, anyways, yeah, so she can go into the Grey and she can manipulate it. Pretty much it's just about her trying to, one, do her job as a private investigator, and also now deal with her newfound abilities. For the first one, I thought she was relatively annoying, but she did get better. I like the concept of the story. I like the possibilities that go along with this story, so I got the second one and I want to find out what happens. So I'm probably gonna read this first because it's the freshest in my mind. So yeah. Otherwise, that's it. That's all I have picked out for this month. I honestly feel like I'll probably get through these pretty fast because it's like one of those things where you reread a series, once you start to remember, you just like breeze through it. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen with these books. So if I can get through these books relatively quickly, I do have a nice little stack to pick from that I just bought yesterday, but I'm not gonna show you those yet because I'm still waiting on a couple to come in, and then I'll do a book haul and I'll show you what I got, and I'm all super excited for it. Yeah, so yes, that is my February TBR read. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked it. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff. Let me know what books you guys are reading for this month. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye!